So I've got my big coat, my scarf, my gloves and a woolly hat because we are heading home for Christmas. Now it's early morning here at Palma Airport and we're on the next flight to Bristol. Shall we see how busy it is over here at the airport today? We're travelling just a couple of days before Christmas Eve. I'm guessing it's going to be a big travel weekend for people leaving the islands here, for a lot of expats going back to see their families and residents going on holiday. So let's head on into the terminal and let's go and check in for our flight. Now check out the lovely blue skies we've got here in Mallorca today. I think it's going to be a big change when we get to the UK. I've heard it's raining, I've heard it's windy. I'm going to be a little bit nervous about this flight, I have to say. But anyway, let's head on into the airport and let's go and see what the queues are like over at the EasyJet check-in desk. Now many people we know are actually flying today, and on our flight, our Christmas flight, we normally always see people from our neighbourhood, teachers from my daughter's school and our friends as well. So let's see who's travelling this weekend. Now let's just take a very quick look at the departures board here. We're flying out at 11:15. I can see the check-in desks for EasyJet are at 134 and 135. They do slightly change over the winter as well, so just bear that in mind. Let's go and have a look. In fact, the whole airport's looking quite quiet. Look, I'm just going to have a quick look around. Let's have a look. Look, no flights going out from across the way here from Condor. And of course, Ryanair flights to Palma from Bristol at least, and from several regional airports actually stop over the winter until the summer season. But anyway, let's go and check in. Now, great news, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of people queuing at the EasyJet check-in desk today. We have got here about an hour and 3/4 before the flight. It's not looking too busy. Now, if you've seen my previous content on the channel, you're going to know that they're completely redeveloping level 4 here in the airport and creating a huge commercial area, which means that the security area is now on the ground floor right next to the check-in desks, which is absolutely fantastic. So we've checked in, let's go and head on through. So from what I can see here, there are 3 lanes more or less, and people are just kind of like pushing to get into the queues. Can't tell whether they're in the longer one or a shorter one, a little bit hard to say. Okay, so just as a reminder, going through airport security, we no longer have to separate our liquids or electronics from our bags. It all just goes through the one machine. It looks a little bit chaotic over there, but we got through quite quickly in about 10-15 minutes approximately. My daughter's bag got pulled out actually because she has a bottle of moisturiser in there, but the guy actually let it through, so that was good news. Don't forget, any liquids that you have in your airport luggage still has to be 100 millilitres and under. Anyway, come on, let's keep heading on down towards Terminal C. Now we can see the building works over here at Palma Airport are quite extensive, and much of it has actually been cordoned off. And many flights now are coming down through this Terminal C area. But look, you maybe remember previously you had the whole escalator coming down here. Now that's all been blocked off, because right behind me and on the next level we're soon going to see the commercial area. Now, even though it's quite a long walk down through Terminal C, we've got these walkways here. It's nice and flat as well, it's not too bad. There's a fair way to the far side of Terminal C, which is where we're going to be getting our flight today. And don't forget we've got another level of security to get through as well. We are flying to the UK, so we're going to have to get the passports checked. Luckily we don't need the stamp, but we've got the border control. So as we come into Terminal C here, we can see what is the duty-free area and the little shopping area that you can now buy perfumes or spirits and cigarettes. Of course, this is going to be replaced by the huge commercial area which I mentioned, which is going to lie right behind us. You can see the amount of people just travelling through the airport today, heading on into Europe and heading on towards the United Kingdom as well. Now we've just checked out the duty-free over here, and there's not a tremendous choice. But I do see, look, they've got the ensamadas. You've got a good choice of ensamadas here to take onto your flight with you. they've got quite a few shops open as well. But look, all the people walking towards me at the moment are the people coming into the airport today. They're coming into Mallorca for Christmas. Seems to be more people coming in than leaving actually, and it's hardly surprising given the weather that we're experiencing at the moment. Just taking a very quick look at the board. And oh my goodness, I can see our flight is boarding already. And that's almost a full hour before it's due to leave. I think we better hightail it now over towards C63 because of course we've got to get through border control. Let's go. So even though we're here in good time, I'm amazed to see a boarding time 1 hour before our flight is due to depart. My guess is that there's going to be a queue over at border control with people heading over towards the United Kingdom. Let's go and have a look. Now, as we're hurrying through the airport here, I can see we've got many more shops down the far end of Terminal C. If you're flying towards Germany or Europe or Italy or anywhere during the summer, then you've got this huge lounge. It's a lot more open than Terminal A, which of course is being renovated this year, going into 2025. So I hope we're going to see a much bigger Terminal A for next summer. But anyway, let's go and see what border control looks like today, heading towards the United Kingdom. This way, other way, this way. Nearly went the wrong way. Okay, so we're quite lucky because there was no queue over at border control for leaving Spain. However, check this out. Look, we've just had a flight come in. Now be prepared for this. Anyone coming into the islands over the festive season, if you're coming from the UK, we've got queues here. We've got quite long queues. Can't really turn the camera around, there's quite a few security around, but the queue is quite long. I'm guessing it's going to be in the region of around 20 minutes wait. I've said it before in my previous videos, look, if you're getting water, get it from the drinks machines, it's just €1.50 instead of, I think it's around €3 or €4 from the kiosks. Now we're just coming up to the departure gate here for Bristol. Look, you can see they're already being boarded. Now I'm very surprised by this because technically you can still actually arrive at the airport 45 minutes before your flight, although I no longer recommend that. Anyway, come on, let's get on to the flight. So we had to wait for quite a while. I thought they were going to bus us out onto the runway, but we've actually come onto the plane at Vian Air Bridge. Got a slightly new system over here in Terminal C. Maybe it's part of the whole development. But anyway, I can see on the flight today some teachers from my daughter's school and also some of the neighbourhoods too. We've got quite a few residents travelling today, and it's never a Christmas flight without seeing these people on the flight. It's always the same people every single year. Now we've just also been told by the captain that we're going to have a longer flight today. It's going to be just over 2.5 hours because we've got big headwinds on the way to the UK. It's going to be pushing us back to Spain. It means it's going to be bumpy as well. We're going to have a little bit of turbulence, which I'm not looking forward to. Let's see how the flight is. Now we've also been warned too that they've got a bit of an air traffic control issue too. We've got a wait of around 20 minutes, so hopefully we'll get out of here soon, but let's see how this flight is going to go. And I think that's the last we've seen of the sunshine on this holiday as we come into land. Look, we're coming to thick cloud once again. Goodbye sunshine until the new year. So we had a little turbulence leaving Mallorca as we headed over the Pyrenees mountains and up through France, but the flight was smooth and nothing compared to our flight back from Madrid a few weeks ago. We arrived into Bristol Airport about half an hour late due to the headwind, and we were bussed to the terminal building. Border control was quick, and I saw a sign saying children over the age of 10 can use the electronic gates, which is not the case in Spain. Okay, so something we haven't done for a very long time is actually check luggage in. But anyway, we're in for a bit of a wait now for our bags. We've got Christmas presents, and of course we've had to bring more clothes over as well, warmer clothes for the trip. Let's hope our case was on that flight. Now, I'm not a fan of taking checked-in luggage, but hopefully we won't have too much of a long wait here today. Our luggage arrived after a short wait, and we headed out into the cold wind to pick up our hire car. So join us on our flight back to the island, and in the meantime, have a wonderful Christmas everyone, and we'll see you on the next one.